Apple is pacing toward one of the most prolific and transformative hardware deployment cycles in its corporate history. Before the close of the 2026 calendar year, the consumer electronics giant is projected to reveal more than 15 distinct products across its mobility, computing, wearable, and smart home portfolios. This aggressive roadmap represents an engineering push that balances standard iterative updates with the introduction of entirely new device categories and deep systemic integrations with the company's native artificial intelligence framework, known colloquially as Siri AI or Apple Intelligence. The centerpiece of this product rollout will commence in its traditional late third-quarter window. For September 2026, the primary anchor remains the standard flagships, the iPhone 18 Pro and iPhone 18 Pro Max. While the structural silhouettes of these premium mobile devices preserve the industrial styling lines of their direct predecessors, structural changes on the front and back define a dramatic architectural evolution. On the front interface, Apple's engineering teams have successfully minimized the sensor arrays dedicated to true-depth photography and proximity sensing. The dynamic island cutout will scale down by approximately 35% across both models, maximizing the usable display surface area without altering the physical chassis sizes, which remain static at 6.3 inches for the Pro model and 6.9 inches for the Pro Max variant. Turning the device over reveals a dramatic reimagining of the primary camera assembly. Visually, the geometric layout mirrors the classic three-lens matrix, but a side profile examination exposes a massive volumetric expansion. The entire module protrudes significantly further from the rear chassis glass, housing larger physical optics to facilitate a historic architectural milestone for mobile imaging: a mechanical variable aperture system. This mechanism allows content creators and photographers to manually adjust the physical iris diaphragm, regulating the exact volume of light making contact with the underlying custom image sensor. To complement this hardware architecture, Apple has engineered a complete overhaul of the native camera application, offering customizable user interface layouts that permit users to anchor custom adjustments, toggles, and metadata widgets precisely where they prefer within the framing window. This expansive camera ecosystem relies heavily on the silicon engine beneath the glass. The iPhone 18 Pro family introduces the custom A20 Pro system on chip, built on an advanced fabrication node. Early architectural indicators show a 15% increase in pure raw computational throughput alongside a massive 30% advancement in thermal and operational efficiency. When this efficiency gain matches the physically larger lithium-ion cells being embedded inside the chassis, users can anticipate an era-defining leap in everyday battery longevity. Network communications also take a major stride forward via the implementation of Apple's proprietary C2 cellular modem, engineered in-house to secure ultra-stable, multi-band 5G performance. This is backed by an expanded satellite communications framework. By securing massive global infrastructure packs with secondary network satellite operators, Apple is attempting to morph the iPhone 18 Pro into a comprehensive off-grid satellite communication terminal capable of handling untethered, basic internet browsing when completely disconnected from terrestrial cell towers. These technological additions, however, will command a premium. The baseline entry price for the iPhone 18 Pro is expected to experience a structural price adjustment, climbing by $200 to land at a starting price of $1,300. Even with that structural price increase, the Pro lineup will not hold the title of the most premium or expensive option in the mobile ecosystem. That honor belongs to a completely new form factor, the iPhone Fold. Marking Apple's formal entry into the flexible display arena, the iPhone Fold is a book-style folding smartphone that effectively unifies a dual-screen experience over a high-durability internal hinge assembly. When closed, users interface with a highly functional 5.4-inch external display tailored for immediate, single-handed operations, notification management, and rapid app interactions. Unfolding the device exposes a continuous 7.8-inch internal digital canvas, structurally matching the footprint of an iPad mini. While competitive folding devices continue to struggle with prominent display creases along their flexible axes, Apple has allegedly addressed this material science challenge. Through a mixture of layered ultra-thin glass compositions and a tensioning structural hinge, the inner display remains uniform, matching the planar visual quality of a traditional rigid iPhone display panel. To achieve this flexible aesthetic form, certain standard design paradigms had to be shifted. Due to the extreme thinness of the display halves, the traditional true-depth camera array required for Face ID biometric authentication has been omitted from the internal panel. Biometric verification returns to a tactile physical interface via a capacitive touch ID fingerprint sensor integrated cleanly directly into the side-mounted power button. Furthermore, the rear geometric layout limits itself to a dual-camera system featuring an advanced wide and ultra-wide lens array. The exclusion of a dedicated optical telephoto zoom lens places its photographic capabilities slightly below the iPhone 18 Pro series, creating a distinct market bifurcation where consumers must explicitly choose between optical versatility or maximum screen real estate. This complex piece of mobile engineering will command an estimated $2,400 retail price point. Given its unique structural footprint, tech enthusiasts are already debating whether the device behaves more like an oversized smartphone or an ultra-portable iPad, bringing up rumors regarding eventual software compatibility for tools like the Apple Pencil Pro. Beyond cellular mobility, Apple's second major focus area for late 2026 involves an extensive overhaul of consumer smart home infrastructure. The vanguard of this initiative is a completely novel product type tentative named the Apple HomePad. Positioned as a dedicated control nexus for residential environments, the HomePad represents a hardware fusion between an iPad display and the acoustic engineering of the HomePod line.